I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. This is a follow-up to the video I posted, the discussion I had with Marcus Ekure of METV concerning the arrangement that I had proposed previously and severally about how to restructure Nigeria. And I'm going to look at one of the major things that we must do in this country if this country must progress. Politics in Nigeria is too lucrative, extremely lucrative, criminally lucrative, wickedly lucrative, exploitatively lucrative for the elite. It is the greatest demonstration, the most wicked demonstration of elite capture. Elite capture is when the elite take the commonwealth of the people and deprive the people of development. The rate at which we are spending money maintaining a few parasites in our system is so alarming that we cannot develop. I've been trying to gather information in my mind to share with you, but it has been so disturbing I can't concentrate. So I will suggest you go to the internet, just Google senator salaries in Nigeria, senator salaries in comparison with senator salaries in Nigeria in comparison with senator salaries in America. And then Google the budget for Aso Rock Villa. You will see the budget from maybe 2019 till date, and even before then. And it will amaze you. It will blow your mind. Now, let me quickly look at this. According to Emmanuel Olusegun Stoba in 2018, he said that the average Nigerian senator earns 13.5 million naira allowances plus his 750,000 monthly salary. That is, he takes home about 13.5 million or 14 million monthly salary, with the minimum wage at 30,000 naira. Imagine how the workers who run this country, who labor in this country, how much effort and fight they put in to get a minimum wage of 30,000 naira. With a minimum wage of 30,000 naira, it will take 300 years plus for a Nigerian worker to earn the monthly salary of a senator. To take 300 years for a Nigerian worker to earn the monthly salary of a senator. Not only that, the average senator, if he was a governor before or whatever he was, he will receive retirement benefits. Then when he leaves after 8 years, he will receive retirement benefit. They will build in some states, they build a house for him in Lagos or Abuja, and then any place of his choice. He will be entitled to cars, he will be entitled to security, he will be entitled to servants, and he will still earn pension as governor. If that leech or parasite decides to go to the Senate to further waste our time and money, when he leaves the Senate, he will also earn retirement benefits. So he will be earning retirement benefits from 3 sources, while the simple worker, the teacher, the man who worked in the civil service to the age of 60, they will owe him for 4 years before they will pay him. The soldier who has served this nation with his blood, who has been in the forest in Maiduguri, they will tell him to go to his place of last engagement. If he is from Imo State and he worked last in Zamfara State, he will travel to Zamfara State to go and rectify his papers before they will pay him his pension. And many of them have died before they received their pension. Sometimes in the States, before you will receive your pension, if they are to pay you 8 million, the 8 million, somebody in the office, a thief in the office, will want to take 3 million from it before they will pay you your money. And this wicked system, at one time, they threw tear gas at old men and women who have served this nation. Thy labors of our heroes past shall never be in vain. Shut up your mouth. When you treat pensioners who have labored for this country, policemen who have labored, soldiers who have labored, teachers who have labored, nurses who have labored, it shall never be in vain. Shut up your dirty mouth. And sing, help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. That's the old national anthem. It will surprise you to know that it takes a senator 7 hours, 10 minutes to earn the annual salary of an ASP. An ASP. It takes a senator 7 hours, 1 minute to earn an ASP's monthly salary. But it will take the ASP 102 years to work continuously to earn the annual salary of a senator. That is to say, an ASP is an assistant superintendent of police. Most likely he is a graduate, gone to the police college, graduated as an assistant superintendent of police stage, step 1. It will take him 102 years to work the annual salary of a senator. While it will take the senator 7 hours, 1 minute to earn his own salary. A backward nation like ours, known as the open defecation capital of the world, known as the poverty capital of the world, with 19 million poor people, with children learning under trees, with dirty streets, with electricity supply that is irregular, without public water supply, with professors and lecturers on strike. Comparing the senator's salary in Nigeria with that of a U.S. senator, the U.S. senator earns 62.5 million naira per annum, 62.5 million naira per annum, while the Nigerian senator earns 171 million, nearly 3 times the salary of a U.S. senator. When Joe Biden was a senator, he was going by train to his house. Paul Ryan, the House of Reps speaker at one time, was sleeping in his office because he couldn't afford a hotel. Then you have these semi-illiterates, people who can't speak English well, who will wear parachute as agbada, come to the Senate and be reading newspapers when their mates are debating national issues. You will see the ones that will come and tell you about how strong they are in bed, how they sleep with their wives, earning 171 million. Then you will say professors shouldn't go on strike, that Aso shouldn't go on strike. If you know the inconveniences allowance for our president, you will weep. What is inconveniencing a president? Inconveniences allowance. Inconveniences allowance. We the poor in the street that are inconvenienced by their stupidity, how much will they pay us? Inconveniences allowance for a president. What is inconveniencing him? Who is inconveniencing him? Inconveniencing a man whose budget for food and recreation in the Aso Rock is 644.3 million. Just food and entertainment. 644 million. In Goodluck Jonathan's time, he shamefully reduced it to this kind of level. It was 1 billion before. 1 billion to feed in Aso Rock. If they tell you how much they spend for buying cooking gas, it will shock you. But Ronald Reagan was surprised to know that the President of America pays for his food in the White House excepting for state dinners. It's Aso Rock Estate that you need to pay 644.3 million for food. Not to talk about how much they will spend. Every year there is a budget for new cutleries in the presidential villa. New cutleries. Every year, new cutleries. Are they disposable? Even in the vice president's house. I don't want to quote the amount here. If you know, at one time, the budget for the Aso Rock Clinic was more than the budget for the 16 federal teaching hospitals at that time. And the president's wife came out to say there was no Panadol. Who is stealing the money? Who? Where is the money going to? Let me tell you the one that will shock you. 76.8 million is for house rent in Aso Rock. Hear me well, so that you will understand the anger. Somebody came to my page and was talking rubbish when I talked about the woman that bought diamond and gold-studded brazier. And I was mad at him. I'm angry. I'm crazy. The corruption and the elite capture and the wastage of our funds on a few parasites is annoying. And it irritates me when young men come to defend their own thieves and cronies. Listen, we pay rent on our presidential villa, 76.8 million. At one time, 76.6 million. Who owns Aso Rock? Answer that question. That we have to pay rent for our president's house that we built with our money. Who built it? Who owns it? Who are we paying the rent to? And they have allowed it to stay from Babangida's time till today. Ibrahim Babangida said he was surprised to see that we pay rent for the presidential villa. This is terrible. So, with this kind of, I've forgotten to talk about security vote. There is a state governor in this country that receives 2 billion naira every month for security vote, and it is unaccounted for. Recently, one of the presidential aspirants, Peter Obi, said that security vote is illegal. It is just theft. 2 billion every month unaccounted for is 24 billion a year. It is 96 billion for 4 years. It is 192 billion. 192 billion for one human being. For one human being who has refused to secure us. Which security do you have? You kidnap prelate, you kidnap archbishop, you kidnap Catholic priest, you kidnap. Where is the security? Some receive 800 million, 700 million in the oil producing states. Why won't they kill each other to become presidents, to become governors, to become senators? The simple question I want to ask, at whose expense? It is at the expense of your children's universities. Your lecturers are on strike. Nobody is saying anything. These parasites are earning their monies. At whose expense? It's at the expense of the hospital that is supposed to be built. I have not talked about constituency projects. Some of them receive up to 400 million constituency project. What projects are senators executing around? I've not talked about some states that give up to 150 million, 200 million to House of Assembly members. What do we have to show? Cars. Some of them can bring harlots from India. Some of them bring harlots from different countries. Some of them, we see them all over the world enjoying in nations that people have labored to build. If this greed, this theft, this elite capture is not reduced to the barest minimum that a senator should earn the salary of a professor. I read somewhere that the average professor earns about 1.5 million naira every month. 1.5 million every month, and a senator is earning 13.5 million. I don't know how much for furniture allowance. I don't know how much for newspaper allowance. I don't know how much for his steward. Some senators in Nigeria earn more than presidents in other developed countries. And we are here, no electricity. We are here, dirty roads. My road is flooded. The road to my school is the youth community, the youths from the community that have to come pack materials to fill it. Nearly everywhere we are in this town, there are no good roads. All over Nigeria, bandits everywhere. People are milking us dry. And we'll be supporting them. APC, PDP, APC, PDP, who will dance. I detest those people that dance in the stadium. I detest those that defend them. I detest those that fight their fellow poor people because of these people. The craze and the theft is too much. One other thing we need to remove from the constitution. I'm talking to the Federal Revenue Mobilization and Allocation Committee that is allocating these outrageous sums to parasites and leeches who suck our nation dry. I suspect we are spending about 25% of our income, annual GDP, in managing a few leeches who have kept raping this nation from independence. And they will hand over to their children to continue raping us. You just look around. I'm always scared. If anything happens now, I need to be rushed to Ogara. Ogara is a very long distance from here. And along the road, you will see policemen stopping, hold up, bad spots and all that. And go, woe betide you if some terrorists do not block the road. We don't have drones to monitor bandits. We don't have tracking system that is functional. We don't have rapid response squad. Our policemen buy uniforms, buy boots. Our policemen buy boots and buy uniforms from their meager salaries. Our policemen sleep in cars in police station, broken down cars in police station. If you go near the average policeman, he smells sweat because he is there for 12 hours, 24 hours, he has not taken his bath. He has no insurance policy. Our soldiers have no insurance policy, and you want them to defeat Boko Haram. We are deceiving ourselves. And you want to fight corruption. One of the things they should remove from the constitution is immunity clause. Immunity clause has turned to impunity clause. People can steal because their governors do evil. You can't take them to court. In America, the governor of Illinois, when Barack Obama went to become president, he sold the Senate seat. I think his name is Blevegovich, one kind of name like that. Blevegovich. There is Blair, there is Vich. In between go. Blair, something Govich. He was jailed. It won't happen in Nigeria. They will say immunity clause. Who gives you immunity? What gives you immunity? Because you contested the election that we voted for. I saw the UK president going to present a budget to the Queen. Only a few cars and few outriders. If you see a Nigerian governor going to see his girlfriend or commission a police station, a petrol station, commission a supermarket, you will see fleet of cars. If you know how much is budgeted for fuel in Aso Rock, it will bother you. Fuel and travels. We cannot develop with this over-bloated care for a few parasites. We cannot develop with immunity clause in our constitution. I forgot to say something in the discussion I had with Marcus. Number one, we should not have national parties. We should have regional parties. So we don't go and campaign in Kano, or the Kano man does not come and campaign in Delta State. Number two, we should have independent candidacy. Number three, we must limit the amount, uniform amount for people to collect forms. Number four, we should have parties outside the major regional parties. We should have parties at the state level, have parties at the local government level, that the poor man, the ordinary man, can win election based on his integrity and popularity at the local government. One of the things we need to also do is that we must not allow states to conduct elections. Delta State Independent Electoral Commission. How independent are they when the governor appoints them? Edo State Independent Electoral Commission. Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission. No. If the Federal Independent Electoral Commission can conduct election for the House of Assembly is a few wards. A few wards are less than a local government. So if the local governments are to be independent, the elections should be conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission. So also local government offices. If the National Electoral Commission is in all the states and local government, they should be able to conduct local government elections. And we should have local parties, independent candidates that can win elections. When we do this, you will find out that it will throw up the best candidates, and there will be less throwing of money around, and there will be less corruption, and our nation will progress. Remember, I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember to visit my blog and to visit my e-bookshop, petrapublications.com. God bless you!